I actually got interviewed by a company that literally owned a 3-ring circus, and Susie and I met through Matchmaker. Well, that was a real detractor for a lot of people. Okay, you've been running around with a circus for 9 years, and now you want to settle down? So, my man cave. Her father had passed the year before. She had half ownership of this laundromat in Trexlertown. I said, well, maybe we'll build a laundromat or two along the way, and I'll just be a stay-at-home dad. And I used to actually take Grace in a backpack and walk around and do my rounds with her in a backpack. It took a little while to kind of convince my wife, because every time I come home and say, oh, I think we can build another laundromat in such and such town, she'd be like, oh. The white and the green. Yeah, and you're literally looking at a business that's been here over 20 years, re-equipped with Speed Queen equipment and doubled their numbers within a year.
I believe I came there to help with that installation.
Yes, you did.
Yes, in my work clothes. That's
remember
right.
Giving, before we had done this latest remodel 2 years ago, we were probably in the 2,800 to 3,000 range, which was bad for this store, really bad. And I had 2 major unfortunate experiences with the other distributor. We're not just talking about a part failure that's an annoyance, and we were talking about risk of life and limb and building and materials and assets.
It was a safety issue. Definitely.
It was a real safety issue, and they weren't particularly helpful in resolving those issues.
I remember walking into the carriage house and asking, how do your books look? And you flat out said, I have seen a 20% increase. Because I think the controls have a lot to do with the marketing of these laundries. Now today it's quantum gold and quantum silver. He utilizes those features on that control system specifically to market his laundry.
And we got to the $3,500 a week gross within about a month after especially the big commercial washers went in. The larger washers probably bring in, I would say, a third to maybe 40% of the income for the entire store. And we're consistently over $5,000 a week now, and we've even had $6,000 weeks here. So I think even 5 years ago, you would replace equipment to make more money. And now you almost have to replace equipment or you're going to lose market share. The trend in the laundromats is bigger, bigger, bigger. I think people are going to go to your competition if they have a bigger machine. What's your head here? I grew up in this area, and my parents were customers here, my grandparents were customers here. To own a business that's been around since 1929, it's a real honor. When I bought the laundromat in 2003, those dryers were still there. And this is that same shot in 2012. I guess some things have changed. The factory support, manufacturer support, parts support, tech support is excellent. More than once, he's come to stores to meet with me, when we needed help with something, and that's just huge. If I really feel like I need help, I can get it. Yeah, we won that one. Starting on the pole helps. That's my car there. Really, the racing was a gift to myself to say, you've made it, you can go do what you want to do now. Something I learned the hard way was you have to be smart. If you're making money in a store, you have to put a certain amount aside every year that should go into new equipment. You have to work that into your business plan